Adobe Audition's Workspace is very similar to other workspaces in other Adobe programs. So you should be familiar with, if you've worked with Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, any program of that nature, you should be familiar with Adobe's panel structure. So what we have here is we have a bunch of different panels so that you can access different grouped tools or like items, so to speak. And each panel is, you can close it, you can move it around, you can group them into different places. So I can grab this panel and drag it down to different areas of the interface, and the highlighted purple areas are going to tell you where it's going to sit. So if I drop it right here, it's going to all of a sudden be between the editor panel and the levels panel. So if I move that back out, I can also group it back into this group. You can see the tabs for the rest of these panels highlighted in purple. That means it's going to group with the rest of those panels. So I can close it by hitting the little X here. I can adjust where panels sit by going to the dividing lines between them and using my mouse to move left and right. And I can also go to an intersection where a lot of different panels meet and move left and right, and that's going to adjust it as well. Now, if you can't see a specific panel, go up to the window menu and you can choose from the list of panels that are available to you. If it has a check mark, it's already showing. If it doesn't, it's either totally not showing, or it's something like the markers, that it's up here but it's just not the active panel. So the check marks are showing us the active panels that we can see, or that are in the forefront of the rest of the panels. So if I want to show, let's say, the media browser, then I can bring that up and it'll pop up, and then I can move it wherever I need it to be. If you've kind of messed up all of your panels, you can always go back up to the window menu, go to Workspace, and reset whatever workspace you're using, and it'll go back to the original workspace, which mine already was. Or in the Workspace menu, you also have a bunch of different workspaces that Adobe have already created for you, and they're really helpful for different types of workflows. So if you intend to work with audio in terms of editing it and putting it back into a video workspace, you might want to do this workspace, the edit audio to video, because it's going to bring up different panels and things that you might need for that type of a process. If you end up creating let's say I want to put this video panel right here, and let's say I don't want markers and I want the files and media browser to be separate. If you create a special workspace, and this is the way you like it, this is a custom workspace the way you like it, you can go to Window, Workspace, and choose New Workspace. Give it whatever title makes sense to you, so I can say Simple Video Editing, and then click OK. And now when I go to Window, Workspace, you should be able to see the Simple Video Edits. I can create another new workspace, delete this workspace, or I can reset it if I end up moving things around or closing media browser and doing all this different stuff. I can go to Window, Workspace, reset Simple Video Edits, and it's going to go back to the way I had it originally.